After AMINATA Diallo's village in Burkina Faso came under attack from ISIS, she and her children escaped to neighboring Mali. They thought the presence of French soldiers, UN troops, and the G5 Sahel soldiers would offer some protection. But in central Mali, gunmen from an al-Qaeda affiliate attacked the village she was in, and she fled to the capital Bamako. For Diallo, the armed groups will always be a danger.
Right now it's no good. It's not good because the fight is trouble. The fight is very, very, very trouble. Jihadis and other people fight.
The other people Diallo refers to are the G5 Sahel soldiers of Chad, Burkina Faso, Mali, Mauritania, and Niger, backed by the French military, attacking armed groups affiliated to ISIL and al-Qaeda. In a summit hosted by France, President Emmanuel Macron announced details of a drawdown of French troops and closing of bases in the region, while offering reassurance to G5 partners.
Notre présence militaire au Sahel s'articulera autour de deux missions. La première,
our military presence in the Sahel will be based on two missions. The first will be to continue neutralizing and disorganizing the high command of the two enemy organizations. The second mission will focus on supporting the rise of the region's armies.
ISIL and al-Qaeda affiliates are expanding attacks to coastal countries including Benin and Ivory Coast. And in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, the security situation has deteriorated dramatically. 7,000 people were killed and 2 million displaced last year. Governments in Mali and Burkina Faso want to engage in talks with the armed groups to try to bring an end to the violence.
French military victories have not translated into lasting peace, and whilst President Macron announced a troop reduction of 50% and the closing of military bases, this is not the end of his country's presence in Africa. France has military outposts in almost every single one of its former colonies. Add to that pressure from a key ally, the United States, who fear that if France steps out, a less reliable partner will step in.
Saudi Arabia has announced a $100 million boost in funding for the G5 Sahel. Russia is expanding its presence to Central African Republic and are in talks with Mali on arms sales. And China's investment in Niger has increased by 400%.
We need France for what it can give us. We don't need France for what we already have. France has electronic intelligence capabilities which are not in our possession. The new configuration does not deprive us of this possibility. So that is something important. France has aerial resources that we do not have, and which complements our activities that we maintain ourselves on the ground.
But for millions in Africa displaced by conflicts in the Sahel region, the drawdown of French troops doesn't mean the end of their troubles, just the beginning of new ones. Nicolas, Haque, Al Jazeera.